Another lazy afternoon. The clouds covered in grey. Third coffee of the day. Almost fell asleep on Zoom. I yawn at the display. Third
Good. It's this time of day. I never know what to say at this time of day. Good afternoon, early evening, everybody. It's Wednesday. Starting the vlog. I've not vlogged the past couple of days. Not that I normally do. I normally give myself at least Monday off. But past couple of days it's been roasting. It's been a massive heat wave here in the UK. If you watched last week's vlog, I explained it in more detail. It's just, yeah, exceptionally warm here in the UK at the moment. We've had record-breaking red alert heat waves. British houses are not designed to cope with heat. No one has aircon, and our houses are actually designed to retain heat. So, yeah, makes heat waves really quite terrible to deal with, actually. We've done alright. We bought an aircon unit, which definitely worked, definitely saved us. We've also used a fan. But yeah, we've coped. It's now starting to cool down. It's gone from like 37, 38 degrees Celsius to about 27 today degrees Celsius, which is still boiling, but not absurd. Not red alert boiling, you know? We actually had some thunder last night, and a little bit of rain. I think it's meant to be a little bit thundery and rainy over the course of the next couple of days, just as it cools itself down a bit. It's been really hot, really hot. It's only really been noticeable at night. I just feel like it gets hotter in the evening, and then it just like, I think because we're both in there sleeping, the body heat as well just does it. I think Chris has just got home from work. I can hear him bringing the bins back in. Not a lot going on this week. This is kind of my first normal week back post-COVID. I had COVID 2 weeks ago, and then Chris had COVID, so I was staying at home to be with him while he was COVID ridden, just to be safe, because I probably had it too. Here he comes, walking down the street. That's funny, it's wrong. They're probably me. Hey, lucky. I don't know why I'm singing that. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is my first week with like structure again, I guess. And technically it's not, because, you know, the beginning of this week I was told to work from home because it's too hot to go into the office where there's no aircon. But I'm going to the office for the first time in like 2.5 weeks tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be the only one there, which is so depressing. It's like I finally I can socialize and see people, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be the only one there. Classic. Classic. I just kind of want to get out the house now at this point though. I just kind of want to get out the house at this point though. We've had a little bit of a mare. Our boiler's been broken. Not in a way that you would think it's broken. Normally when we say the boiler's broken, you think, oh, there's no hot water. That's not that bad. In a heat wave, our boiler's been broken in a way that if you use hot water at all of the radiators in the house come on full blast. It's been very noticeable in this heat. We finally got someone to come around yesterday, very early in the morning, to brave the heat because our boiler is in the attic, and came back down with some bad news. Turns out we've opened a bit of a can of worms with the boiler, so we're thinking of just biting the bullet and getting the boiler replaced and moving it downstairs somewhere. But it's a lot of money, and so we're figuring that side of things out. But we currently have no hot water, and I really need to wash my hair. I haven't had it washed since I had my hair cut last week, so I think I'm gonna have to brave a cold shower, which is like my worst nightmare. I don't have the patience to boil a kettle and have a bath, and I'm just gonna brave the cold shower. I'm just gonna do it. To stay on top of getting back into normality, I'm trying to get back into my old pre-COVID routine, which is basically trying to get stuff ticked off my to-do list. I need to do some music theory this week. I did some last week, I need to continue with that, it worked really well. Reading is another thing I need to do. I don't have the book with me to show you right now, I'll show you later. But I'm struggling to read in this heat, I'm struggling to find the motivation when I go to bed to pick up a book. So I'm struggling a little bit with that one. But I am doing it, I'm getting on it. What I want to do this week is I really want to paint my shelf stuff. So we have this shelf under the stairs there that you can just about see, and then I've also got some wood that we're going to use as legs for my little shelf desk riser thing. I've primed those, I just need to paint them. We had a delay because I accidentally managed to ruin the paintbrush we had. It was like I used it to prime and then I couldn't wash it properly, and so the prime solidified, and then we tried to use like the solution to clean it and nothing, it wouldn't budge, it was rock solid. So we had to throw that paintbrush away, and I bought another one now last week, so now I want this week to paint at least those legs. I don't think I'll get around to painting the shelf this week, but I do want to do that next week. I want to paint those legs so that we can start making progress on that front. Kind of come to a bit of a standstill, I feel like, with projects in the house, just because things like the boiler are incredibly expensive. We're at a position where we can make do, which I hate that, but given the financial situation, it's kind of all we can do. But yeah, my goal this week is to get back into normality, get back into my routines by, come on.
Don't mind me, I'm going straight upstairs.
You're going straight upstairs, I'm nearly finished.
I guess I'll be in the kitchen soon.
Cool. Goals this week: get some music theory done, get some reading done, paint those shelf legs, and then this weekend we've got a lot of socialization. My sister's gonna come around for a sleepover, I think, this weekend, which is super nice, and then we have an F1 weekend as well, and we're gonna go potentially see Chris's family and also have some people around here in the evening. So, very busy weekend. But yeah, it's gonna be a good week of getting back into normalcy and normal life. And I'm looking forward to it. Post-COVID normality. Okay, I'm gonna go have some snacks and say hi to Chris. Hi! Afternoon now? Afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday afternoon. I have had the most productive morning. It's been great. I've basically just done a full blitz of the house. For the couple of weeks that we were sick with COVID, I didn't really keep up with tidying, so it has gotten a bit cluttered over the past month, so I've literally spent the entire morning blitzing the entire place. Chris had to get up early today because he's volunteering at the supercar event. If you've been watching my channel for a couple of years, you can go back. We've gone to the supercar event as a guest for the past couple of years. Chris used to volunteer at it all the time, but they kept changing locations. Now they seem to have settled at the Goodwood circuit in Chichester, and so Chris has now started volunteering there again. So he's there, he's going to be there all day. But he had to be there for 7 AM and we're about an hour away from Chichester, just under, so we had to get up very early this morning so that he could get up and go. But I've basically been up since then. I actually woke up before then. I woke up before the alarm. I tried to go back to, I think I maybe went back to sleep for like half an hour and then woke up again about 10 minutes before the alarm. So I've been up a lot, but that meant that I got up quicker, had breakfast, I've done 2 loads of laundry, the dishwasher, I've scrubbed the kitchen and the bathroom, I've vacuumed everywhere, I've mopped everywhere, well not everywhere actually, I've mopped places I haven't mopped in a long time, and I've put away like any clutter that's been piling up in certain corners of the house. It feels good. Feels good. And I was kind of like, wow, I'm on a roll. What's next on my to-do list? And it's editing. I've not done any editing this week. I'm definitely feeling really good today in terms of productivity and getting back in the swing of things. F1 qualifying has just started. I put it on beside me. I put it on mute so I can talk to you. I want to watch it as well. I'm in France this weekend. I wanted to do my June review because I realised I've not done my June review yet and we're almost at the end of July. If you've been watching my weekly vlogs, I've been trying to do a monthly review of the previous month. Just as kind of an appreciation, gratitude thing of every single month and kind of finding things that have gone well that month. June was a pretty good month. It was a very summery month. It's the start of like everyone having barbecues and plans over the weekend, so we had a couple of weekends there where we just had a lot of socialising. We went to Cornwall in June. That was kind of the biggest thing with Chris's family. We hired a massive house on the coast in Cornwall and it was gorgeous and it was just a much needed week off work. First proper time off I've had work since I started my job in October. I've had a couple of days off here and there, but that's kind of like the first full week off that I've had. And I didn't realise how much it was needed until we were there. It was lovely. It was really lovely, really relaxing. We didn't really get up to a whole lot. It was kind of just a holiday of strolling around seaside towns and going to the pub a lot. But we did throw in a couple of things. We went to a little farm shop one day. We went paddleboarding one day, which was really fun. I really enjoyed that. You know, we did little bits here and there, but it was a mostly relaxing trip, and I really enjoyed it. It was just really lovely. So that's probably the biggest thing that happened in June. So what I've been looking at for my monthly reviews are my 3 goals of the year, and kind of just, you know, seeing how I'm doing with them. And I've actually been doing quite well. I think, you know, obviously New Year's resolutions are something that people usually give up on. I've been very insistent this year on not doing that. My first goal was the house. It was initially getting the house, and now we have the house. It's making the house a home. We actually focused mostly last month on the garden. Now that the summer months are upon us, we wanted to get some garden furniture and a barbecue because we have a very little house. It's very small here, and we can have people over obviously, but not a lot all at once. Whereas the garden's slightly bigger, and if we have enough chairs we can just slot people outside in the garden. So yeah, that was the priority and we did that. I've not really shown it to you properly yet, have I? But yeah, we've got all the cushions out now. The foxes we've got foxes in our neighbourhood that are very friendly, and they've been climbing on it because there's little muddy paw prints all over the cushions, which I need to scrub off. But it's a really nice little corner outdoor sofa unit, and the little coffee table has like an ice bucket in it when we can put ice in it. Got it on sale. I'm really happy with them. We also have a barbecue, which we've not set up yet. It's in its box, ready to be set up. But yeah, we're gonna start having people over the next few weekends. Starting this weekend, we're ready to start hosting, and that feels really nice. I think the house is almost ready for hosting as well. It's mainly upstairs that's not ready. Downstairs I think is pretty decent really, to be honest. I'm planning on making more progress. I didn't get a chance to paint the I know I said earlier this week that I would paint my little shelf legs. I've not done it. I've not done it. It's been patchy because I need to leave it to dry outside, and the weather's obviously been boiling, but with that, towards the end of the week it's also been very muggy with patches of rain, and I didn't want to leave it outside in the rain. I feel like I missed my window, so hopefully next week I'm gonna get on that. I really want to paint that shelf as well under the stairs, but again, I need to prime it first and then I need to paint it, and it's just... We'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully progress will be made. We'll see. We're also boarding the attic. We've put one board down. We're getting there. We're getting there. We have also in July found out that the boiler's broken, but I'll save that for the July review. Second goal of the year was to read more. This is the one goal that started to stagnate, and I'm really annoyed with myself about it. I think it's the heat. I just get to bed and just don't feel very focused to read. I have been doing some reading this week, but definitely not as much as I wanted to. I was gonna read this morning actually, but I ended up being too busy with my cleaning that I forgot. It's disappointing, but I am reminding myself that last year I only read 2 books. So I think this is my 6th or 7th book of the year. Let me look. 7, yeah, 7th book of the year. And it is a chunker. So, oh, let me go get it. I've not done a full, I've not shown my book. Hang on. I'm gonna take my coat upstairs as well. It's summer, why is it still here? The book I'm reading currently is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It is a book about a person who is stuck in a time loop, and they keep waking up from in this time loop as a different guest at the party where Evelyn Hardcastle was murdered. Very gripping. I'm really excited to see where it goes. As you can see, it's probably the biggest book I've read this year. It's not huge. It's how many pages is it? Bearing in mind it's got like prologue, acknowledgements, all those kinds of things. I think that's the end. 505 pages. So it's probably about 100 odd pages more, and I am struggling with it, but I'm making my way through it. I'm not gonna put pressure on myself to read it, especially since I don't have another book lined up. I need to get reading book recommendation kind of sites on book recommendations on social media to see what kind of book I should get next, because I don't know. I've run out of ideas. So yeah, trudging along, not as good of a pace as I was at before, but I'm trying not to focus on the pace and more just on the fact that I'm still reading. Third goal of the year was getting back into musical theatre. I had 2 singing lessons in June, I think. I had 2 singing lessons in June. They are going well. I definitely do feel like I'm making progress, which is super exciting. Slow and steady, but it is getting there, and I'm feeling really good about it. I'm slowly starting to get other stuff sorted, getting back into musical theatre. I've been looking at monologues and stuff to start filming self-tape show reel things. I've been doing little bits and bobs, let's just say that. I do feel like moving definitely made my momentum in that area dip, and the only thing I've been able to kind of do in this time is singing lessons, and that has kept it quite high because that's quite a key part of getting into musical theatre. Yeah, it's consistent and it's getting there, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be in a position to start saying I'm doing musical theatre rather than I'm working on it. June was a good month. I'm happy with June. I'm chuffed with how it's gone. July so far has not been great because it's been mostly COVID, but there have been some highs as well, and I'll talk to you about that in my July review. Right now I'm gonna watch the end of qualifying. They're halfway through Q1. All my faves are in the top 10. I have my sister coming around this evening for a sleepover. Our first ever overnight guest. She's gonna sleep on the couch. Very excited for that. And then tomorrow morning, she and my mum and I are going to brunch, and then me and Chris are going to his parents for the F1, and then we have people coming over in the evening, which is why I blitz cleaned the house, because we've got guests all weekend and I knew I wouldn't have any other time to do it if I didn't do it today. Anyway, I'm gonna start editing you while I finish watching the qualifying. But yeah, that was my June review. Happy June! Happy summer! It's summer, guys, I love it. Looking like a bit of a train wreck in my my pyjamas that are Chris's because I can't get to my pyjamas because I keep them under the bed, but the aircon is now there, so I can't get them out. So I'm just wearing Chris's clothes. It's pyjamas right now. It's been a really lovely weekend. I didn't vlog a crazy amount today. I did do some montage shots, but I didn't really get up to very much vlogging because I was so busy seeing people, and it's been really lovely. I think the summery weather just makes you want to spend time with people, and I think now that it's dropped to like a reasonable summer temperature, it's just nice to see people and nice to go out and do things. We had a lovely F1 weekend, had pizza in a pizza oven, had brunch this morning with my mum and my sister, which was really lovely. I've just had my second ice shower. I've developed a method now where I basically half wash in the sink to avoid having to stand under a stream of cold water for too long. Seems to work. Seems to work. Still not very nice. Hopefully we'll get the boiler sorted next week. It's been a very long, chatty video this week, and I'm sorry about that. That is just kind of the nature of the week with the heat wave. Not a lot of stuff going on that's vloggable, really. Next week it's actually also meant to be a very quiet week, and so I'm hoping to get stuff done on the painting of the legs front. I will get it done. I've been saying it for like 2-3 weeks now. Next week has got to be the week. Yeah. I am going to end the vlog here and go have dinner. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!